Yeah, it's Crazy Dave and Magic Mondays. Every day is a blessing. What a wonderful day. What a wonderful day to be alive. Today's story, folks, I'm sure is going to get you thinking a little bit more. Thinking, what is wealth? What is the things that you think make you rich? Is it that car, that Mercedes? Is it the house? Or is it bragging that your children have got honors, have got degrees? My son's a doctor, my daughter's a lawyer. Or is it this? So I'm going to tell you a little story, and then we're going to discuss it and we'll see how you think it should be. Long ago, there was a rich man, a very rich man, and he decided to take his son on a 3-week holiday to visit how the poor people lived. So off he went, and they went out to the country, and they stayed with a very poor family in a very poor village. And there they were for 3 weeks. And after 3 weeks, I wouldn't say the father was boasting, but he said, "Son, have you learnt anything? Have you learnt anything about our wealth, about our family?" And the son, that was quite young but was very wise, he said, "Yes, Dad." He said, "I've learnt that we are poor, and those people that we stayed with are rich." And his dad was confused. And he said to him, "Son, what do you mean?" And he said, "You know, Dad, we were there, and every night we slept. In our house we've got lovely candles and we've got lovely holders and lanterns, but they had the lovely stars every night. In our house we have many rooms. Dad, they all lived in one room, one open room. They had each other. Dad, we have one dog, and Dad, they had 4 dogs. Dad, what I don't understand is we have a lovely swimming pool, but they had that massive river flowing through their property. Dad, we buy our food at the shops. We can buy cans of food, we buy anything. But these people grew their food. We have a fence around our property to keep everything safe. They just have fields where they're growing the crops. And everybody in the village was looking out for each other. So they didn't need the fences, Dad. What I didn't understand, Dad, is they seemed so happy. They had nothing. Now, Dad, we have all these things that we are always looking after, protecting. We have all this security. We don't trust half the people. But, Dad, those people had such an easy, good, comfortable life." And his dad then realized that his son was actually right. And his son was very clever. And I think you can see the moral in the story. I think if you really think about it, all the materialistic things, and I'm not saying we shouldn't have materialistic things, but all the materialistic things in the world, sometimes they are a burden. Sometimes we, as people, never know when enough is enough. We never want to give away things that we don't use because we want to possess them. And at the end of the day, so often these materialistic things, these things that we are looking after, that we are protecting with our lives, give us a headache. We have to insure them. We have to protect them. We have to put up fences around our houses. We have to look after all these materialistic things. We have to work hard for the money to buy them, because we as people often think that materialistic things will be our happiness, will be the route to happiness. And this is not true. If you think about it, if you look at the poorer people in life, the people with a simple life, they are often happier. First of all, they don't have to insure things that they don't have to own. They are community driven. They look after each other. They make sure with their little that they do have that they share it. And they're caring. So maybe just once again I use this word audit our lives. See, do we need 10 of this or 20 of that? Or do we need to work very hard to buy that materialistic thing that we need? Is it going to bring us happiness? No. Happiness comes from within. Happiness is a state that only we can create. We have to be happy from within. So let's rather go with the flow. Be a giver. Give away our things that we don't need. Perhaps happiness can be found with the family when we're enjoying life and the journey to our goals. Now, we must have goals, but we must enjoy the present moment, our journey towards the goal, whatever the goal might be. So folks, please take a good look at ourselves. Look where our wealth is. One of the places where wealth definitely is in health. Health is wealth. Do we want to come to the end of our lives having said we worked hard, but we never saw our children growing up, or we worked extremely hard for all the money? Are we going to say on our deathbed, if only I'd worked longer in the office? I don't think so. We're going to say, well, if only I had spent more time with my family, or more time on the things that I enjoyed, the pleasures I got from walking out in nature, the pleasures I got of watching my children crawl, the pleasure I got of cooking a dinner with my wife, the pleasure I've got from doing things that make me feel alive, things that are not always driven by money and by materialistic things. Folks, do what makes you happy. And I want to tell you, one of the secrets is to give, to be kind, to give a smile, to give to others. You will have a purpose in life. So go out there and just do it. Have that positive attitude, that attitude of when you give to the world is the attitude you're going to receive back. And then this little story of the young wise boy telling his father that the people with the so-called nothing had the most. Maybe we will understand that in life. So next time you're out there and you're thinking of buying something and it will make you happy, perhaps stop and think, what could I do with this money? Could I go and do something better with it? Could I give it to something, to some cause, or to some person worse off than me? Or could I perhaps put it towards something that I really love, that brings life when I do it, makes me smile? I hope you're going to have a great week, guys. This is Crazy Dave signing off with a it's Magic Mondays and Crazy Dave.